Welcome back, students. Hence, we will study the last part of this chapter on the rising kingdoms of the south, chapter 6. That will be the last portion of your for your annual term. So we have started the Bahmani kingdom and the Bahmani administration and the decline of the kingdom, the reasons for the decline of the kingdom. In today's class, we will be dealing with the art and architecture of the Bahmani kingdom and Mahmud Gawan. So the art and architecture of Bahmani kingdom, as we can see that they were Deccan rulers, so there was a tinge or there was some inclusion of the Deccan style of architecture, because you can see there is a difference between the northern style of architecture and the southern style of the architecture. But since they were the Muslim rulers, there was a difference, there was a influence of the Persian style, and the Persian influence like that of the Mughals or the Delhi Sultanate. That's what we will find. And also there was the regional influences, like the differences. I have already mentioned about the differences between the north and the southern type of architecture beforehand. So we can see there is a differences in that, but with an inclusion of the Persian style. The mausoleum of Mahmud Adil Shah, popularly known as the Gol Gumbaz, shows the influence of Turkish art. So hence one of the important establishment was Gol Gumbaz of that in Bijapur, which was the mausoleum of Mahmud Adil Shah, and he was the Sultan of Bijapur, and the tomb located in Bijapur, Karnataka was completed in 1356 CE by architect Yakut of Dabul. The structure composed of a cube and which was capped by a dome. Now you can see there was again the Persian influence, the Turkish art, and the Islamic influence in those architecture, because till now we could see that Deccan mostly had the Hindu rulers. So Hindu rulers will have that type of temples, that type of architectures, the various temple architectures where the various this figures were engraved on the walls, and tales were engraved on the walls, and various such types of things. But now we can see there was again the domes, which was one of the important features of the Persian style of architecture. And here in Gol Gumbaz we can see that the dome shaped structure was there, and the mausoleum has one of the biggest single chamber spaces in the world. So these are the various features of this particular architecture. Now Mahmud of Gawan was the prime minister of Bahmani ruler Muhammad Shah III, and was a gifted administrator. We could see that the successors of the Bahmani kingdom was not very strong and was not very capable in continuing the administration with that much of glory and with that much of efficiency. But Mahmud of Gawan was the prime minister who was one of the gifted administrators, and who took part in the administration process by helping the king. And it was the best part of the Vijayanagar empire that he captured Goa and fought against the ruler of Odisha and Malwa. Mahmud reduced the power of the governors and introduced strict supervision and control. So, in the name of the king, Mahmud started ruling and administrating. He introduced number of administrative reforms, and it was because of the wisdom and ability of Mahmud Gawan that the Bahmani kingdom reached again new heights in his glory. The military and revenue system was reorganized. He established a center of higher learning for the and which attracted the students. And he met with a tragic end by the conspiracy of the rival nobles, and they poisoned the ears of the king. They told wrong things about him to the king, and somehow he was executed. His death led to the decline of the Bahmani kingdom, and it then disintegrated into five independent kingdoms: the Berar, Bedar, Golconda, Ahmednagar, Bijapur. So this is about the Bahmani kingdom and Mahmud Gawan, Gol Gumbaz, and the architecture we have already completed. We've already dealt with the decline. You can see a few of the features of the decline of this rule were the rulers were religiously intolerant, like they were only very orthodox, and they did not patronize, or not even just patronize, they did not tolerate other religious communities, and it had two sets of nobles, the Deccan nobles and the Irani nobles, who were already fighting between each other. So the nobles rivalry also took a very sharp turn, and it also led to the downfall of this empire. And they led a life of luxury, as we can see in Delhi Sultanate. Also, the later rulers led a life of luxury, which also was one of the important factors of downfall of the kingdom. And the later rulers were weak successors and not competent enough. And after the death of Mahmud Gawan, there was no other person who could establish such a rule and such an efficient governance, hence the empire collapsed. So that will be the end of this chapter and the end of our syllabus for final term, for the annual term. So go through the chapters and let me know if you have any doubts in our online classes. And we will be again discussing about these in our revision classes. That will be all. Thank you.